What is up, guys? It is your boy, MaineMania, and welcome back to another episode of MK Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's episode, we're back at normal 200, but we also will have fatal 200 to go. So we're rocking with our main boss team because I honestly feel a little bit rusty, and I just want to get my strategy in tow. Like, I want to be in a rhythm when I go for my final run of Fatal 200, which was coming up next, literally minutes away. So this is the build we are running for the final time. And once again, I'm just trying to get used to it. We switched some pieces around, right? Yeah. No longer have the Widowmaker on because I'm not giving them no free buffs, no free luck. So let's see if we can hurry up and run on through this. And let's hope we do a little bit better in Fatal. My heart got broken in my 4th run of Fatal, man. Like, I honestly think I had it, but we've got speed right now, which we stole. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this team soaked going. Speed should be wearing off soon. Keeps resisting everything. Alright, we're gonna go for the final one right now. If he didn't get that intercept. Alright, this is the final one. We're tagging out regardless. We gotta get the damage done. And he resisted, so it is what it is. We don't want him tagging out. We got some crits. We did get some crits right there, and he is snared. So let's get rid of him. He's the one that has the Fusion X pipe. And now we can reset. I should have waited a couple more seconds. I wasn't paying attention to the time, to be honest. It's my fault. That's my fault. I should have waited those 2 seconds for the Sandstorm to pass. Not that we're using him for damage, because we obviously aren't. But it would have made more sense. Let's see if we can get the team soaked here. We did. We lost a couple of seconds. And we just lost that right there, but we're gonna get 1 second of crits. It's gonna be enough to get him out, but not gonna be enough to do some, meaningful damage to Fujin. With this build, we are leaving, IJ2 much more vulnerable. Like right now, he's in brutality range. We don't want to take chances with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and soak Fujin, because we are in brutality range. We're going to weaken him just in case. And then we're going to just do this. Get that last second. Hopefully this is the kill right here. Of course, last shot. That could have turned into a disaster. We have to make sure we don't think the battle is over either prematurely, because last shot does exist. Ladies and gentlemen, our second last run of the normal tower. We haven't gotten anything good from this tower in a while, so y'all know what to do, man. Cross your fingers for your boy. Finally, something of value. Finally. Shit. It's been about stinking time. Man, it's been frustrating. Ladies and gentlemen, your boy finally got something good. I'm feeling great about that. Let me go ahead and finish these battles real quick, and I'll talk to y'all in a couple of minutes, all right? And we are back, boys and girls. So, haven't heard many changes on the dev side just yet. But at the same time, right now, as I mentioned before, they hinted at new things coming to the Faction Wars store. So really quickly, before we wrap up today's episode, let's talk about some things that can help the Faction Wars area and enhance the Faction Wars experience. Now, first of all, there's only 2 game modes in Faction Wars, right? You've got quick play, which is cool. They have the 1 tower, the 3, the 5, and the 7. One thing that I think they can do is, I think for the 7 battles, I think it would be nice if they made it so that your team energy can last the full 7 battles. Whereas if you win the first 5 battles, right, you can still continue the tower without having to refresh, or without having to be forced to refresh your team energy. I think it should stretch to the full 7 battles. I know I never do the 7 battles because I'm not wasting souls on a refresh for those last 2 battles. So I think that's a nice quality of life upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, you can still have each battle cost 2 bars, but once that team is locked into the 7 battles, even when their energy expires at level 5, I think they should get those next 2 battles for free as long as they keep on winning. If they lose, all right, now the team is fully exhausted, they don't have energy, and obviously you can't run it back. But I think they should give you like a free pass for battles 6 and 7 if you have won the first 5 battles of the 7 battles. I think that can enhance things there. Survivor is a fun mode, you know. I haven't played Survivor much lately, where it was my favorite mode in the game. You know, sellbacks after sellbacks after sellbacks. Placing champion and master every season is just not worth it anymore. I know some people even grind to get the grandmaster, but why do that against all the cheaters that play on this game? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it just really doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to dedicate that much time to this mode. I think it's a great mode. You know, they have the 5 different towers. I think that's awesome. I'm not really sure what else they can do to really enhance this mode or make it much better. I like that they give you that free refresh, that free health thing. But I do think if, you know, you do heal once, I think you should get at least 50% health from that free heal that they give you. It's only once per tower, and 50% health is not gonna make or break you. You know what I mean? I think they're really stingy with the health potions and the consumables. We'll get to that in a second. But more or less, I think Survivor's fine. I would just like to see that heal and the healing revive potions give you more health than what they give you. And the same goes for the I said healing potions, but for the revive potion, I think when you revive your characters, they should come back with at least 50% health. I don't think they should come back with 1 HP. It's a waste. It's a waste. For 1,000 blood rubies, it's an absolute waste. So that honestly really touches on what I have to say about there. What Faction Wars really needs is a new game mode. It does need a new game mode. It needs something to keep things interesting and exciting. One thing that I would like to see them incorporate into faction mode is maybe there's a set team of characters that you have to play, like a randomizer of some sort, you know. I don't know what you call it, but it's almost like a randomizer where the AI picks your team for you, right? And you have to make it through a gauntlet of matches, similar to Survivor. But you got to make it through a gauntlet of matches with a pre-selected team for you. And I think that would be something that's kind of neat. It would kind of test your game knowledge and test how you play against certain things. And, you know, you would have to complement your team with, you know, the right equipment pieces to create some kind of synergy between the pre-selected characters. But I think that would be cool. I would like to see that come to this game. I just, you know, and that's just one little baby idea. It's not the greatest idea in the world, but the point is just to introduce something different, right? Something different, and something that incorporates you to play other characters, right? Because I get comments like this a lot where people will ask me, oh, why don't you ever try to beat the boss fights with gold characters or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, because once you get your diamonds to a certain levels, do you really even play your golds? You know what I mean? Like, I can understand for someone else's entertainment, but it's not really fun to play your golds once you get, you know, a good collection of diamonds and you build up your collection. So it would be cool if they had other game modes that not necessarily force you to play, but that encourage you to play the characters you needed and you used to build your collection, right? Your golds, your silvers. You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool if they introduced new game modes that actually encouraged you to use those types of characters, you know. And one thing that's cool about some of the survivor towers is you can only use bronze characters, you can only use, you know, low fusion gold characters, you can only use gold, you can't use diamonds, and then you can only use diamonds, you know. I like the concept of that. I would like to see them introduce a game mode that has that type of feel where you're forced to build a gold Netherrealm team and run a gauntlet. You're forced to build a Netherrealm team or a gold team with everyone in the different character classes. So now you have to be creative, right? You can't just run one team. You can't just run a martial artist team. You know, the game almost like forces you to like, okay, you got to pick 3 gold characters, but they can't belong to the same class. So now you got to use your head and create synergy and find characters that will play well together that aren't a part of a specific team or don't have built-in synergy. I kind of like that. I think that would create some kind of, you know, I think it could be fun, which is, you know, should be of the utmost importance. But I think it would also create, you know, some interesting, you know, scenarios where people learn the characters more and people actually learn utility behind characters and not just play the same damn overpowered golds or same damn overpowered diamonds. It would be cool to see that, or something of that essence. But other than that, like I said, this game does desperately need a new game mode. Whether it's inside of Faction Wars or outside of Faction Wars, they hinted at like some kind of crypt-like thing coming. I don't know if it's going to be gameplay related or just going to be like unlockable style created, similar like to the crypt in the console games, you know, where it's not really gameplay. It's kind of like its own thing really for unlocking things. If we can unlock tower equipment in that mode, oh my god, that would be a knock out of the park, freaking grand slam home run. If we could unlock tower pieces, epics, and rares from past retired towers in that area as like a vault to get more copies of tower gear that you missed because you missed the towers that they haven't rerun yet, that would be a grand slam home run. It'll never happen. Let's not give our hopes up, guys. That will never happen. This, you know, the devs are not very generous in that regard. So we'll have to see what happens with the new game modes. But like I said, you know, I think the Faction Wars area does need some love. You know, they do need, you know, the store needs more characters. In my personal opinion, all of the gold classic characters should be in this area. This would be a nice little niche for this, you know, that group of characters. All the gold classic characters should be in this area, in my opinion. You know, classic Shang is the newest of that team. I think at this point it makes sense. Before maybe not, but now he's been in the game for 6+ months or whatever it has been. So now I think it makes sense. I think they should all be in this area. You should be able to use your blood rubies to buy them, unlock them, max them out, etc. It would be cool. You know, I definitely do think they need to tweak that and add a way for us to get these newer, hard to attain goals like the Adenian blood katanas and the classic Shang Tsungs of the world. This would be a great way to add utility to this area because the only good character right here really is classic Scorpion. And, you know, Kobojutsu Tanya does have, you know, viability in Faction Wars, but not much outside of that. So, you know what I mean? Like, this would be a nice place to enhance right here. The equipment, they could add a couple of pieces to it. Like I said, Dramen seems like a perfect fit here. I don't know if they're going to do it. New equipment pieces would be cool, but at the end of the day, Dramen's seems like a good fit. I don't know if there's anything else that really fits the bill here, but this could use a little bit of love as well. And lastly, like I said, the consumables are just overpriced, not worth it, and they don't do enough. You know, the two most expensive, well, not the two most expensive, but the two most common things here are the health potion and the revive potion. Revive potion, you revive with 1 HP. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. You bring a character back to life, they should come back with at least 50% health. Point blank, period. And they should not cost 1,000 blood rupees, okay? If I place Master and only get 500 blood rubies, what's my incentive to spend 1,000 blood rubies to bring back one character? Or possibly 2 characters for one match? What's my incentive there? It doesn't make sense. Your reward for the entire season of Faction Wars is only 500 blood rubies, and it costs 2 seasons worth of rewards at that rank to get 1 potion to bring you back for 1 battle. It's nonsensical. Horrible game design, horrible pricing. They need the rewards to line up with what these cost. The costs of the consumables need to line up with the value they offer in a particular season. 1,000's way too much. Way too much. And the health potion, 100, very fair price. This is fairly priced. However, they only do about 25% health. And I think they should each do about 50% health. You can only use 3 per run. So I do believe it's not unreasonable for the health potions to do a standard 50%, health. You can only use 3 per run. For them to only do 25 to 33% health, whatever the actual numbers are, you need to use all 3 of them to bring your team to full health if they're like low or you survive with 1 HP, Revenant, Bone Shield, something along that line, right? Or even Resurrection, pieces or whatever. But if you got saved by Revenant and you have a 1 HP character going into the next round, why should you have to waste all of your health potions just to start the next round with a decent amount of health? I don't think that makes a lot of sense. It would be nice if the health potions were consistent. They give you 50% of your character's health back. Keep it simple. Adjust the prices here, and I think those are some good quality of life upgrades to Faction Wars. Like I said, it's not all make or break. It's just quality of life improvements to the game. Obviously, the game does need something new, something fresh, something fun and exciting. But there's a lot of quality of life improvements that the game is sorely lacking as well. So let's hope some of those things actually make it into the game. We'll see what happens. All we can do is share good ideas and hope that the devs are actually listening to the right people. So that being said, guys, if you enjoyed today's episodes, if you like some of my ideas, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like to show some love. If you want to show extra love, you got the join button, you got the thanks button. As always, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys next time with MaineMania.